unpredictable is in the game with their item choices, with their ideas how to play it, with their speed as well, forcing enemies into mistakes. So it is gonna be pretty fun. I also do like the Radiant lineup more. I think Winter Bear did an amazing job, and if they play this game well, if the Invoker is able to stop every initiation with his Tornado, which he should be able to do most of the times, then this is gonna be a rough one for Team Falcons. I can't wait to see how they solve this.
It's gonna be like already a classic, like move. We see a little bit of love shared between Crit and Mikey. They used to be teammates for one tournament, if I'm not mistaken, a DreamLeague of its own, so maybe 19, 18, in the EG Shopify, where Mikey got his first spotlight, like being standing as he was like rank 2. They needed a stand. Abed couldn't play, and they just got Mikey, and they performed very well. So nice to see a little bit of friendship shared. How do they solve it? I mean, for starters, I think Amar and Crit will dominate this bottom lane, like, because they're just a bit of like better laners, I would say. And for the mid lane and top lane, I think it should be fine for the Winter Bear, especially with like Kachal and Mikey being like very strong players in respective role. So that's the start, but I don't think they'll dominate either way, mid or top. They'll just be fine.
That's one thing we haven't touched upon in terms of supports and their laning. Techies and Pugna doesn't get much better than that. Maybe an Enchantress can trump them, but overall, they do have pretty solid heroes to secure the lanes for their cores that both of the players are pretty confident on. So I'm expecting quite a lot of them. Though Skidder for the first wave here will be alone. Pugna though will be killing the couriers in the backline, so that's a bit of a problem. One courier dead, and the other one seems to be going down as well. No regen for you. Big, huge thing.
I mean, this is what the TI winning players do, you know? They just surprise you with some, hold that thought, he's gonna get gone on blood grenade. I think he might be dead. One stick, not
very
enough.
Dead.
Okay, they surprised me. I mean, it was like a bit of a next level play, and then he just got a little bit out of place trying to last with the range creep.
He got ahead of himself. Like, I killed the courier. Well, these are not couriers, my friend. It's a Titan line. I always love the Lion with a hero that can contribute much to the damage, and Tide is exactly that. When you use the Gush, even this Lion starts dealing a ton of damage. Skidder is in trouble. He's dropping low. It doesn't have there. He's gonna be fed some tangos, but does get smacked quite a lot. So this top lane, other than the couriers dying, starting off really well for Winter Bear.
The first blood is all blood grenade, right? In past, that would not be a kill. He would live on like a sliver of HP, but with the blood grenade, it actually secures the kill. And the Skidder, although he doesn't die, he loses so much HP. Actually, it's look at Marlene, man. Marlene classic. He's gonna lose the bottle. Oh my god. That one hurts more than the two Pugna kills.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
that's a big
is
one.
this them not waking up? Is this them not waking up? Because you've been hyping like snaking. This is the TI winner surprising you, and then he surprises us with the death. And then Malrine is making a cool play. They're cutting waves, and suddenly he loses a bottle, which is actually a huge deal.
Well, I mean, this is what happens to me all the time in like first game of the day. Like I cannot keep track of the courier, man. Like, well, I have no idea what I'm doing with my hero, yet alone with my courier. So, yeah, it could be losing. I have never seen Marlene lose a ball before. I have also never seen Marlene this early into the day in a competitive environment. So, maybe
we'll see. We'll see this. First game for Winter Bear did start off okay. Of course, everything is still quite equal. Nobody's getting super far ahead or something. The CS for every single core is looking fine. As reality is gonna be in a ton of pain here.
As a raindrop bot already, it's gonna be some time before he can get it to himself. Really good raindrop playing bottom. I mean, so far so good on kind of all the lanes. Besides the mid lane somehow Marlene without the bottle is still doing super good.
For sure. See, it is. He is doing some shenanigans in the lane, pulling it back, denying a creep wave and stuff like that. So it's not easy for Mikey to play this lane. Definitely not to pressure the Primal Beast. And despite Skinner being pressured a bit and losing the Pugna early on, in terms of CS, he's doing well. And I guess that's to be expected. You did pick this Ursa to have a pretty decent lane.
I mean, it's... Oh, Mikey? He's just gonna be fine. All the forces out the glyph on Marlene, he tried to dive, but he just like aiming for the creeps and then like damages the cherry on top. I mean, the Ursa, that lane is pretty tough, you know, as we saw, but as I said before, like it's to be expected for them to a bit outplay Winter Bear on the laning stage, like considering like the two teams, you know.
And the players, the experience, the knowledge, all of that does come in handy. Snaking did pull the creep wave there, a so-called hybrid pull, with not all of the creeps being going there, as GZ is gonna be finding Malrine, who has just been farming his farming as much as he can, right? Getting into the jungle, pulling the creeps, getting all of those CS, 30 CS compared to the 22. Of course, some of those are going to be from the jungle, so not as much in terms of gold, but still looking pretty solid for him. Reality coming forward. Now he has that range drop. Doesn't really fear anything for the time being.
Getting some harassment, probably not as much as you want, because then you pop this meta at like, I don't know, oh, they're gonna go again. On the different targets though, so they should both be fine. 90 stick charge.
It's a level 1 Sunstrike though.
It's 200 pure damage. People forget how much damage is the level 1 Sunstrike. It got buffed so hard that like usually you see like good invokers always take a value point in it because it's a value point. They might make another go. No Sunstrike this time.
And Stoic doesn't have all that much mana now, use both of his spells. Reality without a Metamorphosis can't do anything. The Sunstrike used to be 100 damage. It literally got doubled, right? It's kind of not fair.
I mean, level 2 stun on the Venge. If Venge could get close and they could like time it, Amar might die before popping anything.
Reality, he does get the healing Lotus. Both him and Amar were in the same spot, but Amar not wanting to use the spear. There is a rotation from Malrine, however. Reality is looking very much dead with the Primal Beast coming in for a kill. He's gonna get stunned up, so maybe he gives up on this one. No, it's Malrine. He's gonna smash Stoic into the ground. Stop bullying Amar. And Malrine comes to the bottom lane to assert dominance, gets the 2 quick kills.
It's always Marlene coming in to save Amar's day, you know, every game. Don't touch on my best friend. The power of friendship.
Yeah, power of friendship, the power of a creep wave as well coming in onto this tower. As there was a ward, however, so I'm very surprised that they got so easily caught, because they saw Malrine rotating.
Yes, but it's like a problem with Primal. He has phase boots, he has onslaught, like he can pass like 2000 range like in a matters of seconds. It's just this hero is like definition of the gank. So annoying. He TP stop. Look at him go. I mean, he's not gonna catch, but he goes from a tower to a tower in like 2 seconds. It's like, what the hell is this hero?
And also I have to say I'm loving the abominable snowman skin set of a Primal Beast. It does look pretty cool. Not something I've seen too much of.
It does really look cool and makes the hero look like completely different. The sets are like 8-minute room coming up. They're gonna try to check it with Lion from Winter Bear and Pugna from the. Oh, Lion is just gonna focus on stacking. No.
Oh, what?
He got a bit confused, but that's fine. Arcane room bottom, and it's gonna be denied with Mikey. Good news for the Winter Bear. That would be like he was already starting to dominate the map. Without this, with Arcane room, he would just be unstoppable.
I think what happened with the line is that the career was flying over the camp when and then he clicked on the creeps rather than on the ground because of it. The Lion lifted his arm, the courier went away, and there was no vision any longer. I think that's why the Lion kind of missed on the stack. Pretty unfortunate, but it is what it is. He already made some of him for the Tidehunter. Not the worst thing in the world.
We see both supports on the bottom lane. With the meta used and going off cooldown, like I think there's no real business doing here. Like they need to try to play maybe around some other core heroes who are stronger, either Tide or Invoker, because they can TP in, but if the fight starts with only three of these heroes, they don't do much, even altogether.
Middle tower is under attack.
It's looking rough at the moment for Winter Bear. Mikey is trying to apply some pressure to the mid lane. Nobody cares if an Invoker is attacking your tower. He is a universal hero now, so a little bit more in terms of damage, but you can still pretty much ignore him.
Yes, before some earn charges, maybe a Vessel, he doesn't provide like insane amount of damage. Still will be enough to kill some support, but to kill Marlene they'll need more.
Spear, Reality, nice dodge there. Actually, they're still jumping in. There is a Sunder, however, on Reality if he wants to go for it. And with the healing Lotus, there's the TP from the Invoker. They want to kill Crit, get the earn charges, as you mentioned, and will be able to do just that. After a missed Spear, I'm very surprised that they still went for it.
He still try for like a proximity mine plus blast off play, but Stoic very quick to kill all 3 mines, so neither of them exposed. If he got like 2 off, probably means Reality is gonna die and it's gonna be a good trade for him. But quick reaction by Stoic.
People sometimes make the mistake of attacking the techies, and then because of the reactive taser, they just die as they can't kill the mines.
Marlene,
third rune into his pocket. He's looking at Stoic, and we're not going to be looking at him for long as well. There's going to be a Pulverize and a very dead Venge snaking there to secure the kill. Marine, you've got one already, so this one's mine.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Something about watching Primal be demolished supports makes me sad, you know. He literally devours them. He like
it makes me happy.
It's just the way he does it. The way he does it, like bah. I don't know. I feel sad for it. 11 mil rush?
Oh, there's an Ursa with a Mask of Madness. How do you feel about this?
Mask of Madness? Oh man, I didn't see this in a while. It kind of makes me excited. You know, every time I see some unconventional build, it makes me chuckle. You know, this guy is not playing the script like everybody else. He's doing something that he thinks is good. And I'm loving it.
It's cool.
Ages for Marlene.
They're not gonna be giving it to Skitter. I guess that's fine. It's better.
I mean, that's definitely the better decision, and like in public matchmaking, probably you give it to Ursa, but in competitive environment, you give it to this guy who's gonna go own the map. Ursa has the mom, he's gonna go buy the Battle Fury, keep on farming, while Marlene with his Aegis and like hitting a level 10, like Blade Mail, he's almost gonna be unstoppable.
Actually, very much stopped their onslaught into a very uncomfortable position. They also popped the meta. The Falcons, they do have a couple of heroes here. No Arena, however, on Amar. He is just gonna leave Malrine on his own. So,
pretty
unstoppable. very unstoppable there.
In a team, if he goes solo into 5 heroes, he will die twice. I take it that.
Let's say Amar had the Arena. Do they try to go for a fight, or is that just straight up you're gone?
Did I mix my magic?
They need they would need like more, like not just Arena. If the Tetris and if the Tetris was close, like they could try, like to combine, but like they cannot still fight like 4v5 because there was 5 heroes. Like 4v4, no Tide, easily turn around. But if they try to help, they'll just like, cause like nature of their heroes, Tetris needs to go in, Mars needs to go in to help. They would all get ravaged, and it would be a total disaster. So good decision to just leave him die.
And Falcons, they have some really huge stacks here for Melrine to pick up. While they're picking up the stacks, Winter Bear are again in smoke. Despite getting that kill on the Aegis, they're falling behind quite a lot and seem to be having some ping issues here. Hopefully they do get fixed as fast as possible. So Melrine isn't going for an early BKB, but Amar is. It seems that you at least need to have one guy that's not going to be afraid of the Ravage.
So about the BKB, it's like whenever you buy Blade Mail, I mean, he's gonna go for BKB now. But whenever you buy Blade Mail, it's kind of counterintuitive, counter something that you buy BKB, because Blade Mail means like come and hit me, and BKB means like run away from me, right? So you don't want to be. There's some drawing on the minimap by Amar. Nice.
Yeah, he has to be very good at Pictionary.
So like usually when you go Blade Mail, you want something like either Shroud or Hard before. And if you want to go BKB, you just go straight up BKB into like eggs.
So you think he should have just went BKB?
Yeah, I mean this game he should probably just go BKB. Like at this rate, like farming all these stacks, he could have like some 60 mil BKB, and then he could force out Ravages or just be like a boss of the fight and show the whole fight for his team, because they really need a front line. They need someone with the BKB to not die to the lockdown combo from Winter Bear.
Though Falcons, we've only seen 6 kills in this game, but I have to say it has been relatively tense in what was happening on the map. Constantly there was some possibility for an engagement, but ultimately we're only going to be seeing 6 heroes go down. Though I agree with you 100%, you really do need a early BKB in this game, at least on somebody. So I'm glad that Amar is going for that as the first item. Though considering how he hasn't bought a single component, he might actually decide to get the blink and just play around pickoffs and dodge big team fights completely.
No, it's Amar. He's gonna buy BKB.
2,000 gold.
He's a big boss player. I mean, maybe you never know, but I would be really surprised if he opts for the guy, considering the game state and how they wanna like keep dodging for a while. Like if you see their formation on the map, like hiding behind the mines and like kind of playing in one line 50-50 the map, like they really want to like keep scaling and maybe have like one guy die. And Winter Bears are kind of on the timing, right? They want to use this Ravage. That's why they're small, and they're gonna find a crit here.
Yeah, Chris is gonna be caught with a cold snap, no chance for a blast off. Now he doesn't have mana. Will pop the wand immediately to deal with the proximity mine, and then they finish him off as well. Nicely done. One thing we haven't touched upon is just how farmed Skinner is. It is actually insane. He's gonna have a Phase Boots, a Mask of Madness, and a Battle Fury at 14 minutes. It doesn't get much better than this.
I mean, he's being given a lot of space. I mean, like, this is what happens in Tier 1 versus Tier 2 teams. The Tier 2 teams kind of keep making plays that are sort of working out. Like, oh, they get a crit, they get a touches. But this whole time, while they were, like, smoking as 3-4 heroes going around the map, looking for these kills, eventually finding the techies, Marlene farmed, like, 4 stuck on the big camp, 4 stuck on the Ashes, Skitter farmed big jungle and top part of the jungle. Like their cores have been feasting, while the Winter Bear, what their cores, the Walker and Tide, they got attaches, and it only went to one of them. So, you know, sometimes being active requires like more speed and more being more precise to like actually get a good team out of it.
Snaking, caught, cold snap is there, a couple of more hits should do the job, especially with the tornado coming in. That's another one here for Winter Bear. Mikey 2-0-2 looking solid. Yeah, I get what you're saying. What I think they're missing is first off, top tower, right? Every single move that they're making is towards the bottom lane for some reason, and they're not opening up the map properly. And also map presence, right? To be at a certain part of the map where you're like, if the enemies come here, we fight, but we are mostly here to take the farm away. And I think that is currently missing from Winterbear, which is allowing Falcons to pretty much do whatever they want on the map.
Yes, they're missing the... I hate Mana Drain, by the way. They're missing the casual pressure, like as you said. The queen pressure, you know, I like to say it. In my teams, I like to call it the queen pressure, you know, casual pressure without actually killing the enemies, but pressuring the parts of the map and pressuring their resources. They're gonna see multiple TP stop, Ravage, use.
What? Instantly? And that's gonna stop the advance. Falcons now, they can most definitely fight. This is not the way that you want your first Ravage to go.
Well, I mean, getting a bit spooky. Amar is the spooky player, so... Like, if he just panicked a bit, but Falcons are gonna immediately smoke up. Knowing Ravage is on cooldown, you don't need a BKB on Mars. You just need to initiate on one of these supports from a side, and that will be your BKB in a way.
Really cool trade if they can get it. And also Amar is in a really good position to catch anybody who's going to be rotating to the mid lane to save that tower. Mikey, he is inside the invis though. He's going to be fine, especially with the Tide being here to protect him. So you use the Ravage and you still got the tower. Falcons definitely spooked to fight this Tide Hunter at the moment. They get themselves into a good position with the Watcher being taken. It is gonna be pretty known what's going on. Stoic, he loses some of his HP, but mostly they only lose the Invoker creep.
They're gonna try for it.
For it now, they're just forcing out TPs. They'll get the spear off onto the Tide and get themselves out.
I mean, it shows Falcons are actually like really good team. Like they just, yeah, we think, oh, it might dive. That's what Winterbear thinks too. They press the TPs, but what actually they're like, guys, let's just force the TPs. Literal communication goes. The Falcons, they don't wanna push it too hard because they are gonna hit insane timing soon. Like double BKB on both Amar and Marlene, with the Skitter just feasting, you know. So they're pretty fine with how the game is going so far.
Yeah, there's a bear in the woods who is getting fat, but not for a sleep, but actually to go and slay the enemies. So we'll see how fast he can get to that point where he feels confident going forward. Though I have to say, some of these cores, especially the Terrorblade, have been fighting through. And considering that he didn't look so good after the laning stage, now his farm is in a really good spot. Once he gets the Manta, this is a scary hero.
Mid lane.
Speaking of scary,
the BKB is ready.
The Skitter going in, and there's the arena. One hero dead. Skitter is so freaking strong, just continues to swipe everybody down. Jeezy has the shard. He is going to be draining their mana, and as everybody hates the mana drain. That doesn't mean that they're not gonna punish you for it. A big Primal Beast turned into a little frog, but a kiss from the line will turn it back. Now he's gonna be coming over to smash him into the ground. He sees the BKB from Amar. This Ravage would be wasted just like the first one as well. Reality at least brings down crit. So Falcons, they lose something. But on the side of Winterbear, they've lost so much more. And for now, at least they will keep this tower.
Perfect execution by Falcons. They get their timing. BKB Blink Dagger on the Ursa, BKB on the Mars, and they just go and strike. They get 3 kills, and guess what? They don't overcommit. They get 3 kills, go back to farming, let the enemy chase us over the map. They're just playing it almost to the perfection.
Pretty cool how they got to that. You can see that Snaking really wanted another Nether Blast onto the tower, and he stayed there for a long time. And speaking of which, he is gonna die to Mikey. Actually, nice dodge there, so the Pavis is gonna be protecting him for the time being. In the end, it is gonna be the deafening blast. He has to kill. Amar did go down, so that's a big hero to find. Ravage used, however.
We missed it, but it's also props to Winterbear. I like these games when both teams are kind of understanding what needs to happen, and they're pushing the limit all the time. Like, okay, they use the arena and they use the BKB on the Mars. Just YOLO in. Like, just get whatever you can. Run at wherever they are. And Falcons do give a little bit of opportunity, and they get punished. Ravage use, but well worth it.
The problem is that the Roche spawned though, so if you want now with there being no Ravage, you could walk into the pit once he travels to the bottom lane, which is going to be happening right now. So that could be a dangerous thing for Winter
what that
Bear
means,
if Falcons understand it.
What it means. Roshan traveling to the bottom.
Radiant's middle tower
It
is under
means we're
attack.
gonna see a banner.
Radiant's middle tower has
We're gonna
fallen.
see the pro players use the banner. It's the most exciting time of the year. Pro players using the banner because we're all noobs and don't know how to use it. Meanwhile, Falcons are gonna smoke. Winter Bear is gonna smoke. Everybody knows Roche is gonna spawn bottom, so he wants to give it for free. The difference is Falcons can take it fairly quickly and Bears cannot. So we're most likely gonna be seeing a fight before.
Yeah, usually the Dota is pretty good at killing Roche. Ursa, probably the best. And oh, swap onto crit. He's gonna be deleted instantly by the finger. So Falcons, they've lost the hero, and with the tornadoes and stuff, you can definitely delay this enough for the Ravage to come back up.
Radiant are scanning.
Yes, that's gonna be name of the game for this Roshan. Just delay it until the Ravage, then try to get a fight, get some poking going on, but look at the Falcons, another smoke, second smoke used in a matter of 1 minute. They're gonna hear this Lotus has been taken, but they understand, like, we don't wanna get too poked. Maybe even have, like, these are pro trained professionals. They maybe even have a timer on a Ravage. And they wanna try to fight before it's up.
Yeah, they want to. Malrine gonna be going from the side. Onslaught smashing the ground. Wants to get on top of somebody. There's the BKB and the line. It's just that does have a buyback if he wants to rejoin the fight. Stoic has been caught as well.
Mikey?
Jumps on his kid. Mikey has been caught inside of the arena. He doesn't want to fight. He's a pacifist, but it is not you who's gonna be making that decision. They get a swap on the inside.
Ravage is
To
ready.
the side. Kachal, he's gonna use the Ravage finally, but Skinner, he still had the enrage. The status resistance allowed him to get away, and they give him the greater healing Lotus. There, Skinner has a lot of his HP back. Stun onto Malrine, with the crap protecting him from the overwhelming physical damage. Now turning around on Skinner, but Crit is back. He was the first one to die, placing down mines. But the thing is, he's the only one that is going to be exploding some of these buybacks on Winter Bear. They allowed them to overwhelm Falcons in the fight in the end.
Wow, they actually end up winning that. After the Ravage was used, it looked for me, and as it seems for Falcons, that oh, no Ravage, go back in, go fight, but no Ursa and Rage, no health on the Mars, no BKB on the Primal, they were not ready. They used even more than Kachal and the Winter Bear for this fight, and people mean they get the rush. Nice buyback, nice with them.
Yeah, pretty nicely done. Second Roche, something that the Ursa wants to get, and he's not going to be getting now. Also, speaking of the Ursa, now the Mask of Madness makes more sense, right? You disassemble it into a Battle Fury and the Vlads. That's actually pretty cool. I'm thinking this is probably going to become a staple now.
Yeah, it's not like it's insanely cool. Like I also saw it and didn't have time to mention it, but it's just so cool. I mean, this full efficiency coming out, because I was like, Mask of Madness cool, but Battle Fury Mask of Madness against the TV, and then he clicked on, then Observer clicked on him, he had Vlad. I'm like, this guy is a TA winner, you know.
He is.
Okay, two Tormentors going down. Shards for pretty good shards, especially in this game. For like example, Pagna, he can kill all the TB illusions, and the Vent Shard, we spoke about it so many times. It's just like a A tier shard. I wouldn't go for a S, but A for sure.
I guess it depends. Once you have the Aghanim Scepter, it's an S tier.
And then it's
because
S.
you go in.
Yeah.
It really does turn into an S.
That's insane. Then it's like sometimes you go in, you use 2 stuns, you die, use 2 more stuns, then you buy back, use 2 more stuns. Like
It becomes
it's insane.
dumb.
Like yeah.
You know what though? I'm thinking that Winter Bear are actually in a really good spot, not only because of the Aegis, but these BKBs, they're being used from the other side, right? You are getting them to a lower point. Amar's is down to 7 seconds at the moment, and as the game progresses, Invoker, Tide, Lion, Venge, that's a lot of stuns that you're going to be needing the BKB for. Sure, you can get the refresher later on, but there's going to be this timing around minute 30, 35, where Winter Bear are going to be stronger if those BKBs are down.
Is under attack.
Yes, that's for sure a good thing going for them, but still, like, the next set of items will provide like a golden opportunity for the Falcons to like win a fight after the Aegis expires or gets used, like for especially like the Aghanim from the Marlene plus like level 20. like he'll be almost able to devour the Tidehunter, and that will like fully change the dynamics of the fight.
Very true, very true. Kachal, however, has the Blink Dagger, so he can be the initiator. Also, going towards the shard, Dead in the Water will be available fairly soon here for Winter Bear, which means that he's going to be having a little bit of an easier time catching people. Killing him. Terrorblade, however, has the Disperser, so that's a huge item. And Stoic caught in the back lines. He thought he was safe, but Falcons do find an opening and kill him. Reality? Half way there to losing the meta. BKB got abused by Malrine. He uses the uproar but doesn't connect with the slow. Actually, with the Disperser, Reality gets himself an easy, a good spot, and then going in with the Ravage only for snaking. Definitely not ideal. You did clip some of them in the back, but the thing is that Mikey's coming over. There is no BKB on Malrine. He's in trouble. He's gonna be caught there, but he did have the uproar to remove the cold snap. However, now how is he gonna be removing the reflection, which will be following him? Reality gets a double crit, in some trouble as well. That Ravage seems to be a little bit better than I thought, despite only clipping some of these heroes at the edge. Sunstrike to give some vision, not gonna be enough. Crit is out, but you did bring down Malrine and his 8-second BKB.
Not great, not terrible for Falcons. They do lose Marlene and Snaking, but 4 expensive Ravage. Same for the side of the Winter Bear, you know, losing Ravage for these 2 heroes. They're also gonna be fun. They wanna use their timing with the Aegis. Also TP stop.
For Mars, Stoic is there. They got the Hex. That means that he's not getting out from the stuns. There's gonna be, oh, he got the BKB off before the finger from Jeezy. Oh, he wasn't going for it immediately. Now Amar is out. Jeezy, what the hell? Why did he hesitate?
Amar DF. For you, ladies and gentlemen.
He got himself away. Got the arena, the bulwark being used, and they used so many spells, but we know debuff immunity helps quite a lot versus that magic damage. And there's the banner. It's still alive.
I mean, oh, now I know. Put the banner in between the banners.
For the aesthetic, it makes as though whoever put it doesn't. He cannot measure properly because it's a little bit closer to the left one.
This is the best banner usage so far I've ever seen.
That makes
Style
sense.
points 10 out of 10. Okay, 9.5 out of 10 because it is a little bit down.
Yeah, if it was.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have a pause, a bit of lags coming on the Winter Bear side. Hope it's gonna be solved soon.
That should be. Reality is.
We can talk a little bit about the items. We see the Snaking. He's rocking a classic support combination: Solar Crest plus a Glimmer Cape. It's every core's wet dream, you know. My support Pagna rocking the Solar Crest plus the Glimmer, while Crit on the other side bought the shard himself, so he's not having that many items. Like, it's rarely we see attackers buy a shard, but after the Killing Tormentor, seeing he's not gonna get one, usually gets one for the Tormentor, he buys one, which is pretty good versus the TB. Just putting one on the Ursa might make him like live for so much longer than usual.
I guess that's why the Terrorblade has the Disperser and the Manta, 2 ways to remove the reactive tasers. So even if he makes a mistake of attacks a couple of times, he's still gonna be capable of getting those hits in, and especially to his illusions, right? If you connect on all of them.
Yes, I mean, either he gets the Disperser or he gets the Nullifier, but Nullifier is kind of a, I don't know. Something in this patch happened, like 733, that made Nullifier harder to buy. It didn't start to cost more. It didn't. Nothing real happened. We just see it less often. You know, I'm trying to grasp my head around it. But I wish we could just see a replay of Amar escaping. Like that was a thing of beauty, man.
Yeah, it was really nice. And speaking of Nullifiers, the Mars wants one. So, not really sure what the idea is behind the Nullifier in this game.
It's first, it's the Venge Shield. Cannot rejoin.
Okay.
Oh my god.
No way.
I'm feeling bad already.
Oh no 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 no.
Did he get banned in the wave? Probably not.
I think not. Did you get banned?
I'll use my
Okay.
Fifth Amendment right to not answer this question.
Unfortunately for you, we are we are not in the US. But sure, if you wish to, you can use your rights anyway you like. Let's see. I don't know what that means. He can't rejoin. Does that mean that he made a mistake and there is no rejoin button, or he is clicking it and not getting into the server?
So before, like a year ago, there would be like a bug where you try to like disconnect from the game to reconnect us, and you click it like too fast or something, and it makes you like leave the game. But they fix in a way that now once you disconnect for the game, if you want to quit the game, it gives you the option to quit, but it has a cooldown of 4 seconds before you can press it. Right? They fixed it. So there is no
Yep.
anymore like a surprising full quits of the game.
Did I hear you
And
squeak?
no, it seems fine. God bless. We're gonna be on the way.
Me.
Yeah, in God we trust. When you're already talking about some other countries and their constitutions, but anyways, reality is back. Hopefully, there are not gonna be any more issues. As they have around 3 minutes left of a pause, if I have got that correct from what the admin was writing. So it's not all that much. Of course, Falcons would maybe give a couple of minutes of their own, but we couldn't expect them to give the full 10. Either way, though, looking really good for Winterberry. They're ahead. They have the Aegis, the Terrorblade is farmed, going for a BKB. They're rocking this game one.
Radiant's middle tower
Yes, they made a
is
full
under
swing,
attack.
5k down, like a couple of minutes ago with the pause. I don't even know the time anymore. They're now leading a little bit, but still, like they made this game go in their favor fairly quickly, and they got all the items needed to fight. Now, as always, it's gonna be of who fights better, who has better vision, who initiates
Radiant's
first, and
bottom tower is under
like how they
attack.
play them up. And you know who better to play them up than Invoca? He is like one of the best heroes in the game to like just make the waves go in your favor, push from the fog, and like just be a very big nuisance on the map.
I'm looking at the moment, and they have a 9-second BKB on the Ursa. I'm looking at this Ursa as the main thing, and also,
Radiant's
as you
bottom
mentioned, the
tower
Aghanim
is
Scepter of
under
the Primal
attack.
Beast. Breaking the tide and killing him is gonna be huge, but that's where the Vengeful Spirit comes in, right? Because even if you catch the tide, it is not a certainty that you're getting this kill, and that scares me, right? If I'm looking at the two lineups, for me, it's much easier for Winterberry to actually fight.
But how it's gonna be? It's not gonna be like 3 guys jumping into tide and trying to kill him. It's gonna be like Marlene going alone, forcing the swap, and then like restarting the fight, right? With only using 1 BKB. And then after, if tide comes any close or gets exposed, then Ursa can kill him solo. Even Mars can kill him solo after the forced swap and some damage onto him. So that will be the name of the game for the Falcon side, where we see a smoke use from. Oh, there's gonna be a big catch on the GZ.
Lion, blink to the side, he's fine, but they're gonna lose a ward for it. Actually,
Ravage!
the Ravage into the backlines is gonna be huge, and that's gonna be a very dead deck. He's trying to protect him. The stun strike will finish him off. GV, he's inside all them, but he doesn't have a plate mail, so that shard he's not gonna be keeping alive. That's a dieback. Fairblade has been caught, and no Sunder. It didn't come out. Everybody had a BKB. This fight is over. It is gonna go towards Falcons. Even with the 3-man Ravage, nobody was there to follow up on the damage. Stoic is gonna be next on the menu with the Onslaught coming in. Malrine is ready to just put 4 of the enemy heroes in the ground, with him getting the triple kill.
Oh my god, the most unfortunate way to start the fight is Lion getting caught and dying first, almost for free. I'm not sure if they had a pre-ward there or they just put it in the fight, but Falcons once again proving that they're like kind of kings of teamfight and knowing and understanding how to use the spells. Ravage comes out on 3 people, but guess what? Disables are useless if there are no players or heroes to do the damage, and TP was nowhere near, and the Ravage results in only Pagna dead. And Ravage down, it means go time for all other Falcon cores.
I'm thinking maybe the Tide should be keeping his Ravage a little bit longer in these fights, right? You always keep the Terrorblade in front, Venge behind, he tries to do the damage, save him, and then once they fully commit on the Terrorblade and don't have your BKBs, you go for the Ravage. But I understand getting pulled into wanting to use it when you see 3 heroes clumped up together like that.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really juicy, and like, I mean, that maybe they just need to play for the Mikey Aghanim's, and if for example Mikey had an axe there, that would be like 3 heroes dead on the start, and would be a totally different story. But for now, he has a BKB freshly picked up, so no axe for at least some time. No axe for the next rush fight, most importantly, which will be in 1 minute 18 seconds on the bottom side. So another banner.
Also, you finally learned how to look at the Roche timer. That's nice. That's nice. We're improving here. As
We live and we learn.
of course, that's what we do. The bottom tier 2 is gone though.
Yeah, it's kind of free. No Ravage, no fight. You know, it's the simple rule for the side of the Winter Bear. And I want to shout out to Amar. He is the best non-Roshan banner user in the game, by far. He's been practicing it for years. So
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. Let's not take it away. We'll see if in the future some guy actually emerges that is gonna be better than him. Definitely not you, Milan, as you've said that you kind of have a bit of a beef with the banners.
I'm not even in a guild, so I don't have a banner even. But he's been in the Creepwave guild forever, and he uses his banner every game multiple times to show the dominance. Smoke up from the heroes, Primal and Ursa going together, they can burst almost anyone.
Finds the haste rune, that is huge, but it is in a bottle, gets stunned up, no onslaught for you. It does put Stoic in a pretty uncomfortable position where Skitter, with just one bash, will be able to get the kill. So much damage coming out from this Ursa.
That's the thing, you can't disable one or stop one or force one BKB, but there's multiple guys that can do so much damage on the side of Falcons. Is anyone buying Lotus Orb on the side of Winter Bear? They really need this Lotus Orb to keep the TB like doing the damage. Like that's one way to win a fight. Like you get Lotus so TB cannot get pulverized, or you get this Ravage plus Cataclysm and you just burst everybody up. It's gonna be a free rush with the Vengeful Banner.
And Refresher on Malrine. Easy. So now there's gonna be double BKB on Malrine, double ulti, double uproar as well. So this Tidehunter is gonna be broken for a very long time. You now have an easy way, a really easy way with this Refresher Charge just to jump him, and no chance that he's gonna be able to link.
Yes, I mean, if he gets jumped, it probably means a really nice reaction by GZ. If he jumps the Tide, it's probably almost like certain that that's gonna be a bad fight for Winter Bear, but there's always a chance if they fight in a proper position on their side of the map or next to their objectives, the Tide can get jump first, but he will need Falcons to clump up a bit to make a mistake.
Kachal, he is level 19, going for a BKB himself, wants to protect from the break, it seems. So that is most definitely going to help later on down the line. But as you were mentioning, that Aghanim Scepter from the Invoker, it is going to be coming out, and at some point that is that be a thing that you're going to have to keep in mind. If another fight like that one on the bottom happens with a Cataclysm, it's a completely different scenario.
I mean, it's their way back into the game, because yeah, they have Pagna or whatnot, but before the Ursa gets the Aghanims, like, and after he has no more ages, he will always be susceptible to like just getting bursted. Wisdom roll coming 20 seconds. Yeah, I mean, whoever jumps who probably wins, but for now, if you're pushing the Tiger, then the Winter Bear will have advantage of a job. But if you fight in an open area, probably Falcons will have more chances. Top Wisdom, bottom Wisdom.
That's for a TP out. Nah, they didn't know. He'll be fine. Both of the Tormentors, though, going towards Falcons, so that's going to be increasing their lead. Shard onto Malrine. The Rock Throw is actually a pretty nice damage spell, right? Pretty annoying in fights, too. So I'm looking forward to see how well Malrine uses that one. Still rocking the Refresher Shard in the backpack. And speaking of Refreshers, Mars is going for one as well. So we're talking about this timing when you start getting Refreshers. And it's upon us.
Nice banner top for now. So just use it away from where you want to play. They're gonna smoke up. Aegis is still ready, and this Mars, he has a Satanic.
Going forward, they get the stun off. Cataclysm is going to be used. They have the Hex as well. Where's the saves? Not going to be happening with the Finger and the Ravage. Not going to be sparing any expense. Going for more. Malrine trying to run. Has the BKB. Snaking has been caught.
Ace for Malrine.
Protecting himself, but he does look very much dead. Reality just needed one hit. That's going to be a 9-second BKB on both Kachal and Reality. Actually, 8-second on Reality. Jeezy a little bit too deep. Has the Ogre still Totem to get to the hands of the Ursa, where he's going to be ripping him apart. You lose 2 supports. You did bring down Amar, but so many spells were expended.
I mean, again, like a decent trade for Winterberry, I would say. They get Amar, they use the Ravage, but they get to delay the game, so Ursa Aegis goes away. So I don't think they'll be losing any Raxes and any more towers for the remaining duration. And after Ursa Aegis is gone, they will have a clear condition of winning a fight. I mean, we saw for a moment there a hesitation from Kachal, right? Like the Ursa got stunned by the Venge, and Mikey was instantly like, guys, just burst him. Like we have 10 different stuns bursting through it. They had no save, one silly force stuff. And the Kachal was like, oh, he's dying so easy. He almost died without using a Ravage.
Does use it there in the end, just in case. And I think it's better that way. Imagine if Amar lives, pop a BKB and Satanic God's Rebuke, and suddenly you've probably lost the game even at that point. So it is a smart move just to take him down. And look at Amar, he actually gives up on the Refresher and is thinking A on this is the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are trained professionals. They adapt. They experience a fight, and they don't go with the emotions. They go with the brain. He's like, I'm so strong, but I can get bursted. What I need to do, I buy A on this. No nullifiers on the side of Winterbear, as TB decided to go Blood Torch and not the nullifier.
There's gonna be so much damage with his illusions. They actually attack pretty fast. Looking at his items, he has a ton of stats. So this Terrorblade will be packing a punch. If you get somebody with a Lion and then Bloodthorn Terrorblade, if there's no Force Staffs, nothing to get him to a safe position, the Terrorblade will just rip them apart.
Force Staff is not gonna save them. They'll need a bigger save. Because this TB plus like the Bloodthorn, it shreds people. Ravage up. Ninja Gear on the Tide Hunter, probably the best tier 4 item he could hope for, but he's gonna get caught for a moment.
He will be fine, running away, goes for the Ravage. The Ursa has been caught, the Cataclysm is doing so much damage. Skitter doesn't have the Aegis any longer, running forward. He wants to heal up. The Bash is there, but the Tornado keeping it at base. Toig will lose his life, and that TMP pulling the Ursa and Shard on the Invoker. This is gonna be a 1-for-1 with the Ravage and the Metamorphosis used.
Unfortunately for the Winterbear, they don't have enough follow-up there. It looked for a moment amazing. If TB was there or Invoker, that would mean that Ursa plus the Tetris, and it would mean like maybe they chase for even more. But this way around, now for like 2 minutes, Winterbear will have to fully dodge and mirror the map. Otherwise, they will lose any fight it happens.
They were seen on proximity mines. Reality.
Wow, that was so close.
Oh boy, he went for it from the lower,
Amar is
the low ground.
thinking of chase, but gonna give up.
Nice. I really like that the Terrorblade went from the low ground, because he expected there to maybe be mines up there. So he just wanted to stay away. And one of those proximity mines actually scouted the line. That's why Falcons knew exactly where to chase to.
I mean, it's like a high efficiency play, and like as you see, like in tier 1 Dota, this high efficiency play might like mean like death or life, win or lose. Let's play from Reality.
Very nicely done. He is going for a butterfly. He's been gunning it for a very long time. Really nice item for the Ursa, but just hasn't decided to go for it just yet. They have given the refresher shard to the Ursa, and he has level 25. Went for the 3 overpower attack, so we're not gonna be seeing the 2 charges Earthshock.
Yeah, I mean, with the amount of control he has on the side from like both Mars and Primal Beast, like an inhibitor, you can actually just play to burst the Terrorblade. Ursa has the Aghanim's, we talked about it, but there is still a condition for him dying. If they do the Hex plus Cataclysm and Ravage, like he will still die in the Hex duration.
Oh, for sure. I was thinking Mikey might go for a Hex himself, though. He's gonna decide with the Lincoln Sphere. Still, of course, still hasn't fully committed to it. Whereas the Tide gets the Veil, meaning that there's gonna be a Shiva's Guard fairly soon. Kachal is gonna be caught, and Malrine right on top of him. He already has the Shiva's Guard. BKB TP out, it's not gonna work because there is a Pulverize, and Kachal is looking very much dead. That Kraken Shell, it is hard to break, but unfortunately for Kachal, it will get broken.
Nice catch from Marlene, being at the right time, at the right place, or the right place high, getting the kill. But at least Kachal does die away from the base, so there's not gonna be a push. It's gonna be a rush in 1 minute on the bottom side. We'll see if they end up contesting it. It's gonna be quite close.
Very, very close in your versus an Ursa lineup who is already level 25. It should be fast roach from Falcons, of course. We know there's a possibility to delay, but it is still a very dangerous thing to do to get close to your enemy. So for now, Winter Bear, they're staying away. Don't seem like they're interested in moving towards the bottom part of the map.
I mean, really, the only way they contest is like they somehow smoke to their outpost bottom and they like TP in the tie, but even then they'll be gonna exposing position of all of them. So with tie dead, they have no business looking for any fight.
Amar bought a Skadi, so doesn't even say for a buyback.
And sweet.
I mean, he just wants to live through this initial burst, and like Aeon Disc is like kind of a sassy way to do it. The Skadi is like a Marv way, you know? Same as he rushes the BKB on the blade.
We'll see
4.5k HP, that's a lot.
But
still,
on the Mars.
If they do like Ravage with the Cataclysm plus TB hitting, they can get through it. I'm pretty sure.
Radiant
Yeah, with the Bloodthorn especially now, if you have enough stuns on somebody on the side of Falcons, they are going to die. Skitter is the only one that needs to die during the Hex.
So this rush will die super fast. They're not gonna be fine. Do they take a fight right after?
Yes, yes. If they're in a good position, why not?
Dire's top tower is under
They'll see
attack.
Rush dying, they'll see the TB lose. Okay, actually he gets smoked too. Kachal.
Decides not to go for it. We'll go onto the high ground. There's the Cataclysm and the follow-up stun from the Lion Finger as well onto the Mars. Gonna be 2 heroes dead. Easily staking has been found, but with the Glimmer and TP out, nobody here can stop him. It is gonna be 2 quick kills, delaying this Aegis a bit, but Falcons, either way, they do secure the Roche for themselves.
Insane play by Kachal, like a big balls play, man. He's going there, he gets the smoke broken, he jumps this high, he has no vision. He just plays on a full intuition and Dota talent, gets 2, we see how Mars dies like he has 1 HP and not 5k HP if everybody is close, but still, like when you play against the Falcons, they don't give you any free opportunities. They lose 2 heroes, but they save the Aegis, they save other 3, and you'll have to do it again, maybe even better if you want to win.
Has fallen.
But the last outer tower does drop, and Winter Bear, if there's one thing that they have done a good job of, it's shoving in the waves. So you want to fight, you've gotten Amar out of the map for 1.5 minutes, thus delaying the Aegis timer, and now the side of Falcons are gonna have to be dealing with the waves. That takes at least another minute, if not more. So overall, a pretty good job from Winter Bear.
I mean, definitely a step in the right direction. I mean, it's just much easier for Falcons to play the waves around the map, considering they have both TB and Invoker, one of the, like, after the Naga Siren, like one of the best heroes at the pushing the waves without getting into danger. So it's gonna be easier for Winter Bears to make moves. And this completed on Marlene. He's locking it up. Yeah, nice.
I'm still thinking Amar might have made a mistake with that Scotty, and he might be thinking about it as well. Banner is being transferred to somebody else. Malrine doesn't feel too confident placing it. They're gonna be giving it to Snaking. The TI winning captain will be dealing with the most important drop. Tower almost dead. Terrorblade doing a really good job, and again, it is time wasted on this Aegis. Only 2 minutes and 45 seconds are gonna be left, so effectively you already went through half of its timer.
Dire's top tower is
Yeah,
under
I mean,
attack.
really good job, Winter Bears. Like instead of starting to turtle in their base and like being super defensive because they have Aegis, Refresher, they're so strong. They decided that attacking is the best defense, and they buy themselves a lot of time.
Octarine Invoker, the Tyrant wants to go for a Lincoln Sphere. I guess you don't want to be jumped by the Primal Beast and pulverize into the ground. And speaking of which, Malrine, he did hit level 25 quite some time ago, went for the pulverized duration talent. So whoever gets caught, this guy's not gonna let him go for a pretty long period of time.
I mean, that's where the Lincoln Spheres come in. Like, that's why Mikey didn't go for a Hex, because if he goes for a Hex and he gets caught by this, like, he basically does that. And I know they have a swap, but they cannot swap everybody. And then, anyway, there's like so much other things to come, like the Blast of Ursa Abyssal, Mars spells. So Lincoln's is a safe option. Oh, it's gonna be a TP to an outpost of it. That took like 9 seconds. That was scary. Ursa, gonna try to use the Aegis.
As the Arcane Rune, it's gonna be purged off by the Tornado.
Gonna get pulled
as well. Taking his mana, and they put in the anchor. He cannot move. Here comes the meteors. They're pretty hot, though. The Ursa is being healed up by Snaking. It'll be fine. Still is taking quite a lot of dust. Gonna connect. Has the enrage, however, will be fine. Stoic a little bit too deep. Let's get taken down. Has a buyback. Not using it just yet. Kachal. No BKB at the moment. Malrine. The arena.
Ravage is ready.
The protection right now. The prep is there, however. Kachal thinking about finding the opening. There it is with a Cataclysm. But it's still not gonna be that much damage. The end is coming into play. Malrine will be fine. Now it's gonna be the Terrorblade being caught, has to run away with the Force Staff. He gets himself out of a bad situation, still turns around to start doing the damage. It is not enough. They've used a lot of their spells, Winter Bear, and they got nothing in return.
Dire's bottom tower
At the end of
is
the
under
day, it's gonna
attack.
be 2 supports dying with the Stoic buybacking. I mean, they just got a bit ahead of themselves, and now Invoker already TPing the bottom. Mike is gonna try to split push, knowing no Ravage, no meta. They cannot fight. Maybe they can delay for a bit, but fighting is no longer an option. But split pushing, look at this alacrity on the creep. They're gonna trade the racks if
They didn't use the
some
glyph.
heroes don't go back.
Falcons didn't use the glyph, so it's not gonna refresh. And that's gonna be the range racks is gone already. And this is
They're
not the
gonna need to
fastest
make
push.
some decisions. They're gonna need to make some hard decisions, because they are trading the racks being much stronger.
Let's see, Tornado gonna be slowing them down. EMP is there, a little bit off the mark. The Ursa doesn't lose his mana. The glyph will get used. Terrorblade is in the mid lane. He's gonna continue with the push. Leaves the illusions there. Stun connects on the Ursa. Magic missile used from afar with Kachal going in. Puts that in the water on the Ursa. He cannot TP away just yet. He will be able to jump out of that one, while the Terrorblade is taking down another tier 3. Kachal in a very aggressive position. Malrine will be fine.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's
Nice
top
try
tower
with
is
the
under attack.
Cataclysm to spot these TPs, but at the end of the day, it will be 1 melee rax for 3 tier 3 towers plus 1 range rax, right? And almost a melee rax. So I would feel great on the side of Winter Bear, like against the Aegis and fairly wasted Ravage. You know, it only clipped the like 2 heroes, with Marlene being the focus, and he got this Aeon Disc unlocked. So they got a lot out of a very grim situation.
I don't know if you noticed, but the Lion has an Aghanim Scepter, right? What happens if there's a couple of heroes caught by the Ravage right next to each other? GZ is gonna destroy them. Also, 5 Finger of Death Stacks, that's like 1100 damage, I think, that the Finger is gonna be doing. And every 20 seconds. This is
I mean, they are going for the full burst thing, but they might need some Aeon Disc to help it out, or Amar. Meta's gonna be
BKB
popped.
gonna be protecting him. Can he TB out? No, because he's gonna get swapped out of his arena. And there with the God's Rebuke, he gets his HP back, but it doesn't matter. No mana. The finger gets used as well. And that shield will only protect you a little bit versus the damage of the Terrorblade. So much damage, burst, stuns, everything on the side of this Winter Bear lineup.
He got caught in a no man's land and they don't even use the Ravage, only sub, he dies, and the meta, but they are pinging the bottom racks. They have the Ravage ready, meta is used, but still gonna be up for quite some time. No glyph, this rack's gonna die to like 2 hits from this. Even they wanna fight.
There's a buyback going into the backlines. They found the Invoker. Where's the swap? It needs to be coming out. There it is. AoE stun from the line. He has the level 20 talent. They're going to be losing Stoic, which is going to be a dieback reality. With the Manta, he needs to run away. Kachal also in a little bit of trouble. That buyback on Amar. It should be a cue to just run as far away as you can. And it seems like they are going to be able to do so. Falcons relentlessly chasing reality a little bit too fast at the moment. BKB, TP out. Nobody to stop it.
No Ursa, nowhere near, so there is not gonna be a stop on this TP. I mean, this is so good for Winter Bear. Now they just need to quickly get to the... Not lose the Lion first. He's gonna blink TP. Quickly get to the... Ooh, mid lane, someone's getting caught.
He is just pushing out the wave as much as he can, and the Invoker is being as annoying as he can be. No glyph, however, and you are in a 4 versus 5 scenario, but there is a Ravage available still.
Has been killed.
If Lion could get on top of the Ursa with the Ravage, he's just gonna get bursted. So pushing the high ground and forcing these spells will be very hard for the side of the Falcons. I think Winter Bear maybe have gotten into driving seat into this game, because like we already saw what can they do with split push. Like if they want to delay the game, they can delay the game. If they want to go and force the things, they can do. They are the one to decide whatever happens next.
Level 25 on the Tidehunter, the extra Ravage
no
duration. Marine, who is hunting who? 2 big guys right next to each other. Amar is in the vicinity to help his buddy. Tornado connects. They did find Malrine. Has the Endis, has the BKB. Will get pulled into DMP. Radiant Deafening Blast and Onslaught. PP away. Malrine is fine.
2-second TP with the level 2 trials. It might come in handy in escaping these situations. But Rosh is gonna be up in 20 seconds. Invoker scouts it, no Roshan. They really don't want to give this one away. I feel like now they're ready. Like they don't want to give this away, but they also don't want to take a fair fight with the heroes they have. They have Invoker, they have the TB. They want to make Falcons make hard decisions. Like, do we go for the rush? Do we just commit? Do we def our rack? Like, where do we put all our heroes? For now, they're gonna go straight in the rush. Cataclysm?
Doesn't do much there. Do you go now for the Roche? Or actually, they're gonna be going for Malrine. He doesn't even have the BKB on this, however, is gonna be popped. Still allowing him to live a little bit longer. He's fine for now. The arena will be nice, but Terrorblade cannot get out. What a spear from Mars there. Onto the two of them. Reality has the BKB to get out. GZ still alive with the Glimmer Cape. He should be able to survive this. Gets the blink away. Nobody is yet to die apart from Roche. Finally, they do bring down Stoic, and he seems to be the only casualty of war. What a play from Amar.
Just very good from Falcons and a bit unfortunate from the Winter Bear. They attack the one guy they cannot burst, right? No nullifier means Aeon is gonna proc, it means he's gonna get his BKB out and the help will arrive on time. If it was anyone else, it would mean a for sure dead, but this way Falcons get Ravage, Hope, and they get the rush with all the things, the Refresher, Banner, and the Aegis.
A refresher would be amazing for the other side if Winter Bear had a double Ravage. That would make the fighting so much easier for them. But Falcons, they are the ones that are gonna be having this refresher. Who's sporting it at the moment? It is gonna be on the Primal Beast, so we'll see if Malrine in the end is the one to use it. Because Amar with those kind of spears with the shard, I'd want to see 2 of those for sure in the fight.
It's just at this point of the game, the slot issues start arriving. You know, you need to free a slot to use this refresher, and then it's like a first world problem. You know.
Yeah, definitely is Ursa. His first world problem is gonna be BKB. in the backpack. He has the MKB to deal with all of the evasion that the Terrorblade is bringing to the table, but you still need to be the one attacking him, and it's not easy for Skitter to commit.
Still, high ground is another mission of its own. Like for the Falcons, yeah, they've been winning most of these other fights. I mean, like slightly getting the trade off, but look at the Invoker already. Like, it's just way too much pull.
So there's that Lotus over there to stop the swap. Beautifully done, and both of the supports have been speared. Amar is just, he shouldn't be going to the Olympics. Like, screw Dota.
Amar, yeah, you know. Yeah, it's support, like you could say, getting caught out position. They were selling, but you know, not every player is ready to buy at every moment. Like they go out of position for a millisecond, Amar is there jumping with the arena, getting both with the spear. Like it doesn't get much better than that.
And that Lotus is making sure that he doesn't get swapped out to Skitter. The Ursa could have potentially died there, being outside of the arena. Happening. And Ravage gonna be used with a Cataclysm as well. Buyback from the line, but the Ursa still has the Aegis. Even if he dies, it's not a problem. They do bring him down with the finger. While Kachal still fine. Melrine loses the end. This has the BKB to work with. Going in onto the Terrorblade. Reality has to run away. He wants to use the Sunder. Will be able to get himself out for the time being. Tornado connecting on the Mars. Reality still thinking about the swap. There's one swap, the other one as well. And Reality gets a lot of his HP back while Amar is dead for 2 minutes. All of his good plays might have been in vain. Kachal, there's a lot of Fury swipes on him. That hurts. His wounds are getting deeper and deeper, and now Melrine is ready to finally put him into the ground. The Glimmer Cape will, however, protect him as Melrine is going for a TP out. No TP out from you. BKB finally comes to an end. That refresher shot didn't really come in handy. Uproar breaking everybody. Let's see, is it gonna be the spells or the bows that break first? Tries to go for the onslaught, not gonna be happening, and finally does get taken down. Snaking next on the menu while Mikey is chasing down onto Skinner. This no chasing down bears, that could be a problem. They get the hex on him, return with the Lotus Orb. So there's two frogs around, one of them much weaker than the other one. Tornado keeping them in place for the Terrorblade to come over. He does have a Sunder yet again, gets all of his HP back. The Ursa is enraged, he is mad. Let's see if you are stronger than this Terrorblade. He uses the Abyssal, tries to get a kill, but with the Hurricane Pike, Reality gets himself to a great position, and they team wipe Falcons. Beautifully done by Winterbear.
With all the lags, they kill all 5 of them, maybe even the Ursa twice. I couldn't even keep track if there was an Aegis. Holy moly, what a team fight, what a execution by Winter. But this was, I was talking about, their mechanical skills are on pair with these top teams. Like, whew, like
Adios,
I'm without words. They're just playing these fights to perfection almost.
And they pause just to let it sink into the Falcons. Of course, they're saying, "Oh, we're lagging." We all know why you're pausing. We've played the pubs.
Maybe in a public making, but here I truly think they're suffering with some kind of lags. Unfortunately, this will be 5-4 ready to buy back, but the waves are on the side of the Winter Bear with 2 heroes that they will probably just push out this, and we're gonna be seeing another round of this amazing fights. Not gonna spot it for now.
He went to the top lane.
Couriers? Shut up to 3-3. I mean, just all the ways. Like 3-3 invented this. Like even before, when Couriers would die, I would say easier. Like last patch, they got a bit buffed against Gibbs, 2 buybacks. Ursa dead for 50, like they have a lot of time to pull. Like without Ursa, there's no like real damage.
Yeah, he's coming forward. He does have the Metamorphosis duration. Also, the Aghanim's blessing is there on the Terrorblade, so the Terror Wave is ready. You should be afraid of this guy. Let's see, it might be Mega Creeps right now for Winterbear coming into the series. Everybody is looking at Falcons as the favorites, but now they're going to be dealing with the Mega Creeps. BKB Terrorblade just wants to run away. It is enough what he has just accomplished. Mikey,
is ready.
He has the Lincoln, so he's fine. And the Terror Wave will get used, sending Melrine away. Is this a clean escape? It does look like it.
Oh man, I undersold it so hard. I was like chilling. Meanwhile, Winterbear go and get Mega Creeps. I mean, remember, we kind of forgot, maybe the viewers too, all this split push, like killing all these tier 3 towers and Rack's bottom meant that like they got Mega Creeps in like 5 seconds. Like, so all this hard work from before actually paying out. And they will save the buybacks on the Falcons and they will go for the play on their own. But next fight lost, it might mean GG.
And right now there is a glyph on Winter Bear. Falcons, they used theirs, didn't leave any of their Raxes alive. As I look at Winter Bear, how they're playing just on the left, completely into the fountain. We are not taking a fight. They just need to be patient.
Yeah, they know what they gotta do, and they feel like the game is in their hands. Like, as I said yesterday, right now, they cannot win so easy on Falcons as more like Winter Bear can throw the game. So just don't make silly mistakes, keep it stable, discipline, and they should be fine.
Bots 2 on Malrine, so he can rejoin his team in 2 seconds if he wants to. Kachal is the one coming out. The tanky Tidehunter has almost 5k HP.
60-minute
He's the
mark.
one leading the charge. Yeah, there's the tier 5s.
Oh,
Huge.
mirror shield for Mikey. That one is real good.
Big for him. Stoic now also has the Aghanim Scepter and the Vengeful Spirit, so that's another hero that you can just send in. Amar gets the Apex.
Amar is like, I'm gonna get 1000 HP. Force Boots on Marlene. Personally, my favorite tier 5 item on hero like Primal. It's gonna put him on a whole another level.
Yeah, movement speed insane. The Force Staff, even more Pirate Hat for the Terrorblade. Good luck surviving through the Bloodthorn damage. He also has the Refresher as well.
And the Nullifier.
Yeah, Nullifier has everything. Skitter caught. He'll be fine. He does get to run himself away. Tidehunter, I guess he got the link. There's no tier 5 yet for the Tide, but I'm guessing if he has the option Mirror Shield, he's gonna be the one.
10 seconds for a potential rush spawn, but with knowing how strong they are, Winter Bear, they're gonna not play passive. Like, this is what I like against these guys. They're playing against the tier 1 team, maybe favorites of this whole tournament, but they are playing to win. They are not playing like, okay, they play sort of safe right now, but for overwhelming team was like they are playing to win. They are going in first. They are having the bravery and the courage that it takes to Falcons.
So there is gonna be a magic clamp on the Tidehunter, a pseudo A on this, a little bit weaker of course, but you do get that hard dispel, so it's gonna be impossible to stop the Tidehunter from using his Ravage, which is huge here for Winter Bear for sure.
So can we check all of them? Book of Shadows on Jeezy also could come in handy in saving one of these cores. Book of Dead on Stoic with Mega Creeps is kind of getting even better. We already spoke about the others. Only other we didn't speak about is that range item, Seer Stone on the crit.
Yep.
It's one of the great ones for the sport, especially like the techies. Rush coming up, they kind of know its potential power, so they wanna force the back.
Kachal uses the
Bolt is gonna expire.
uses the anchor, they're just doing it. It's gonna be connecting the spear only onto the Tide, and Mars has been caught with Ravage being used. They want to finish him off. The Nullifier is on, and bam! Goodbye! Mikey deletes him of the face of the earth, does have a buyback, so he can use it if he wants. The Skitter running away while Melrine, he does finish off Stoic. You've lost your supports, but on the other side, the cores are dying. Much more important, the swap. Skitter will be fine for now. Glimmer Cape protecting him. He's gonna have a blink if he buys some time, but will be losing crit. Amar, he does buy back, running back into the fight. It's a little bit too late. Both of your supports do not have buyback. Same is true for the Winter Bear supports, but luckily their cores are still standing.
For sure, there's gonna be a forced buyback on Primal here. They still wanna fight, but they are on top of the vision, or Mikey knows everything. I don't know even buyback from Primal.
Yeah, he's coming into the fight. Skitter protected by the ulti there. The illusion from Stoic still alive, doing quite a lot here, standing inside of the fire, so might actually die. Broken Tidehunter in a lot of trouble, but Skitter has been nullified. No overpower for you. Deers also doesn't have any mana to work with. Rage gonna be there fairly soon, but he has been nullified once again. He's gonna be going for a buyback, going for the Tailblade, forced to the side. He doesn't have mana for the Sunder, however, will be using the buyback at the moment, wants to save his buddies, while the Mega Creeps are in the base dealing with tier 4s, and Mikey is ready to stop those TPs. Actually decides, I'm off.
Whew. At the end of the day, I don't know who comes on top. I mean, by the gold, it seems like Falcons, but the most important thing, the both carries get their buybacks forced. So either I think it's a bit better for Falcons because Ursa is slightly more important than TP. Like considering how much Mikey is doing, and like even if the TP dies and Ursa die, like Mikey could alone delay the game.
There's also even Amar bought back at the start of the fight, if you remember. So all three of the cores of Falcons are not gonna have their buyback for this next Roche fight, and you're dealing
4
with a
versus
double
0,
ravage.
and they get the ages. So they have 5, they have 10 versus 5 lives. Falcons definitely a clear favorites now to end this game.
Yeah.
They're gonna be
And also,
marching towards the base.
double ravage, double cataclysm here, Milan. So good luck surviving through that.
Smoke? Do they have a smoke ready? Nice. Now they're gonna go, as we spoke, these guys are playing to win. They're gonna go for a game-winning play.
Dire's middle
Focus
tower
there,
is
you
under
find
attack.
even one core kill, and that could be it. Skitter has to be careful of a potential hack. Snaking, Vicinity pops down that. There's the Ravage with a Cataclysm, with a double Cataclysm. Mikey bringing the end of the world just to bring down Snaking. So that's the Refresher Shard. Down the drain, you still have one more Ravage to work with. Skitter gonna be jumping in, jumping out, get himself away. Malrine going in, has the BKB, wants to be doing so much. Kashal with the Refresher, tries to get himself away. The Lincoln Sphere is gonna be protecting him. Stoic will lose his illusion as well. Does have a buyback if he wants to rejoin, and will be doing just that. The Mega Creep
Ravage
still
is
an
ready.
issue. We have to deal with those. They still have that Ravage, and if he wants to, he can go for it. Skitter without any mana needs to go into the fountain. They're gonna use the glyph to buy time for the Ursa to get his resources back. Terrorblade, Metamorphosis still on. Malrine running in with the onslaught. He needs to be the creeps, and there's the Ravage. Gonna be connected. Skitter, he did have the enrage, however, gets out of it immediately. Going for the Terrorblade, they smash him down with all of the explosions. Nicely done by the techies, but here comes the siege.
They're going for the
Also
throne.
gonna be problems for them. They want the throne. They know what the game is called. It's defense of the Asians and Falcons. They cannot defend theirs. Force them
They get
forward,
it.
and the throne is gone. Falcons, they lose game number 1, while Winter Bear, the underdogs, they are gonna be winning the first game of the series.
Is Carl.
Wow.